Dames und Herren, Meisters and Jungen, and welcome to the F1 podcast. I'm joined by Alan.
Hello.
And David.
Hey, hey, hey.
So, Temple of Speed.
Yep. Good old Monza, the track that in years gone by has often thrown us some of the more interesting results.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll get to that bit.
I mean, I don't know where to begin, really. Because,
How about at the start?
funny.
Well, I only caught the race, so...
Well, I did see qualifying.
I don't think I did either, I can't remember. So.
I saw qualifying. I did manage to see the beginning, and we should actually point this out again. And yes, our condolences to the royal family for the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what actually made this Grand Prix quite different from the others. Because everything was completely different. The build-up was completely different. It was shortened.
Yeah.
Because usually it's, nearly 2 hours build-up?
Yeah.
And this time it was only like an hour. And
I must admit, I didn't jump in until about 10 minutes before the race, so...
No, but the build-ups were shorter. All the build-ups were shorter. Even qualifying build-up was shorter. And it's yeah, I don't see why, I don't see why they couldn't do that all the time. They don't need to put as long build-up on the Grand Prix, if I'm honest. They don't really need to do it. I get why they do it, but they kind of don't really need to pad it out for like 2 hours.
It's the same as football matches, though. They'll do really 4 hours of programme for a 90-minute match.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't. Because it's just, it's dead air, really. If you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they've paid for probably the time slots that they did.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But there doesn't need to be so much build-up in it. Even in F1, even in, like you say, football. There just doesn't need to be the build-up.
I think it's the same in most sports, though.
Yeah.
At least it's not fucking Super Bowl. Jesus.
That's a 4-hour game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's about 40 hours of TV, isn't it?
It's like 4 hours worth of watching TV for something that lasts about 2 hours, sort of, an hour and a half, 2 hours, sort of. It's just not what it is long. And yes, I am one of these people that will actually watch the Super Bowl.
Hey, let's be honest, mate. You put more than 4 hours working for less than an hour's satisfaction before today, and don't say otherwise.
But before we go completely off track.
He's blushing now.
No
we never go off track.
Unlike our sponsor.
That's
normally you go off track, Chris. We keep it on the track.
Off track and usually into a wall.
Or into the back of someone.
But now you both had that treatment, so you can't say anything.
Yeah, at least he doesn't show favouritism, I guess.
Yeah.
He ran into us both.
But so you guys didn't see quali then, and I know Alan didn't, but yeah, quali just wasn't anything special because of the amount of because of penalties and stuff yet again, grid penalties.
Oh, quali was it something stupid like? Was it like 8th place before you got to the point? I can't remember the exact wording of it. There was that many penalties.
Yeah.
And that Verstappen lost about 10 places, but still started about 4th because that many others.
He started 5th, didn't he?
Yeah.
He started alongside
Nick de Vries.
we'll come on to him.
Yeah, I've got quite a bit to say about him as well.
Yeah, we wish Albon all the best. Obviously, I know
Yeah.
I mentioned it to Chris the other day that he had a bit of complications after the surgery.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
It's just to the reaction to the anaesthetic, basically. So they basically put him back into a coma sort of thing, knocked him out.
All right.
Intubated him, and then obviously waited 24 hours for it to clear, and then obviously brought him back. So he should be home now, and he's hoping his recovery will be good enough, and he should be racing at Singapore.
He's lucky in a way that at least he's now got that 3-week break, and he not the.
Yeah.
If he'd have happened to the first race of these 3 that we've just had,
he wouldn't have made we wouldn't have made him.
No, so in a lot of ways, at least he's got a bit more time to.
Well, yeah, because the next race is 2nd of October.
Yeah.
God, it's like summer break all over again.
I know, what are we gonna do?
But yeah, no, I didn't. I knew he was going in. Obviously, for Albon was going in for the appendicitis operation or whatever it was, is to do with his appendix, and then I didn't know about the complications till Alan said, and then I quickly got it up on the F1 news page as well because it gave a statement.
But as we were saying, he obviously did the freestyle was actually. I didn't actually realise it was him until you mentioned it. I checked it. He was obviously did the FP1.
He did the FP1 in the Aston Martin.
Yeah.
So it was a case of, you do that for Aston Martin, then go, he was relaxing or whatever on the Saturday and gets a phone call.
Yeah. Well, he was sat drinking coffee in the Mercedes garage one year or something.
Most probably. Because obviously at the last race, he was in the Mercedes garage.
Yeah.
Because he's part of their academy, which deals with Aston Martin and Williams.
Yeah. Well, we'll deal with McLaren. We'll deal with all the Merc engine cars, basically.
Yeah, that's why he was in the Aston.
But I've got a couple of points involving him to come up to later, which.
But yeah, hopefully, Albon's back.
Yeah.
And obviously, I won't say what I'm going to say until we get to that topic later on. So unfortunately, you have to wait to find out what I'm about to say on that one.
I know what
you're
going to say, but it's all good.
Find out after the break. Wow.
But so yeah, like I said, the qualifying was just nothing special yet again.
But the race was. The race wasn't special.
No, the race wasn't as.
It wasn't, like I said, to Monza in years gone by as often. I mean, last year we had the McLaren one too.
Yeah.
Year before that we had Gasly's win.
Yep.
And then the year before
the year before that, Leclerc won it.
It was Leclerc 2019. So yeah, it was just the start of the race was, your usual run up to turn one, the first chicanes. You're thinking,
Norris didn't get the best. Norris didn't get the best of starts. He bogged down.
Didn't get the best of starts. I think he put it in reverse off the line, didn't he?
You're forgetting Hamilton.
I don't know if he got a bad start. I think he just got left with nowhere to go, didn't he?
Hamilton ended up at 18th after the first corner.
Well, that's good because he started 19th.
Yeah, but he finished quite high up at the end,
Yeah, he started 19th, I'm pretty sure. I think there was only one car behind him off the line.
But it was just... No, I think Hamilton higher than
No, Hamilton started 19th. When the Tiffy 20th.
No, I've got Zhao or Yuki in my head, but I could be wrong.
I think it was Yuki. Yuki was at the back of the grid anyways. Because obviously the reprimand cost him that one.
Yeah.
Turn one, you were thinking, oh my god, here we go, big accident coming up. And there was only a little bit of contact between one of the an Alfa Romeo got tagged. Bottas got tagged, I think, but it wasn't enough to do him any damage. No, it wasn't enough to kill him, sort of thing. Kill the car.
Doing a K-Mag, how much damage can you do and still?
Oh, it was Bottas and K-Mag. It was Bottas and K-Mag that had the altercation. But yeah, the race was pretty.
I mean, you had that the first virtual safety car.
Yeah.
Which obviously Ferrari took the opportunity to pit, and then obviously as they're coming out, it turned green.
Yeah, it fell. I must admit, there's one good thing about this weekend. I can't use my regular feature. What the fuck were Ferrari doing this weekend? Because they actually managed to not screw themselves over, which I'm pretty impressed with. Even if they were basically asking the driver every time, well, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm kind of busy over here. You do what you do, I'll do what I do.
Yeah,
well, that's it. They're constantly asking, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? And it's just like, well, you're actually in charge.
Yeah, but I think it's because of him blasting them over the mistakes that they made and not being asked. You know.
Yeah.
We don't hear every word of that conversation.
Oh no.
Oh no, we don't.
And I get why they're doing it, but in ways it's a bit like, okay, come on, guys, really, you know. It's just, I don't know. I still like the team radio, but in ways I wish it would go back to the way it used to be and not any team radios at all.
I don't know. I think it's a good thing to have. It gives us a good insight.
Yeah. Yes, we don't hear all of it. I understand that. We're not going to hear every single conversation going on and things like that. You're hearing what they want us to hear. And I like that because you hear some of it.
You hear some very fun bits at times.
Yeah. You know, they're trying to make it as entertaining as they can.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see why they do it. But no, there's no but.
But you just said but.
But it's one of those things. It's you're not going to get the whole conversation.
No.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, we'd love to hear that whole conversation of what's actually going on. But they won't show it. So
it probably takes them too long to edit.
Yeah.
Because obviously they edit it out for colourful language.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be conversations which we don't hear here, but we're told about them through whoever's in race control.
Yeah.
I also think the teams tailor what they say because they know everything's recorded, everything can be picked up on. So
yeah,
we've heard before. I've heard quotes where they said, like, you know, what do you think? And they've told drivers to change the setting based on what they think. Now, a lot of this is probably planned before the race. You know, with Joe Ford, it ends up sounding like a Chinese menu. You know, 24, 36, 43.
Yeah,
yeah.
The driver's supposed to know what that means.
But it's it's okay. It gives the fans the insight, but have you noticed it's the regulars? Where was Alpine? You know, where was the Alpine team radio? Where was Aston Martin's team radio?
Well, they had no cars at the end of it, you know.
Well, Aston Martin didn't.
But also, I think this is where it's for entertainment. Now, let's be honest, 2/3 of people watching are interested in maybe 3 teams.
Mercedes.
I'm not saying that's right, but I'm saying that's how it is to a lot of people.
Yeah, Mercedes, Red Bull.
And Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
Because
So you always.
yeah, you didn't hear a lot from Merck either, did you?
Well, we're not hearing as much now. They're not constantly at the front 40 seconds ahead.
But yeah.
But as I said, the race was just there was just nothing there. There was no. I mean, for me, I think the only entertaining bit for me was Nick Friss.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do we want to contact us? I mean, I've got an interesting question for you both. What job's Latifi going to be doing next year? Because I can't see him being an F1 driver.
Right, this is where Chris is going to get onto his bit.
I personally feel like Latifi's done.
Oh, and I mean, this is where, and this also ties into something I've been saying for the last 2 podcasts at least. Last 2 podcasts I've gone on about Mercedes' problem, haven't I?
Yeah.
That I can't see their future driver. Well, I saw it at Monza.
Oh yeah.
To me now, there's a nice easy path. Convince Hamilton to do 1 more year. Stick to Vries in the Williams for 1 season. Get him up to full F1 speed. Then drop him in the Merc at the end of it. Him and Russell together in the Merc. I think based on that performance and based on the fact he's a Formula E champion and I do believe Formula 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think he would fit well.
Well, yeah. And it's like I said, I just basically what I sort of said to Alan, but I probably can't remember exactly what I said. But basically, from like now, end of this year, get Latifi out, get him in that Williams.
Yeah. I mean, at this moment in time, I think the only thing Latifi could really do to save his job is probably go and win the championship, which is mathematically rather difficult.
Considering Max,
from where he is.
Considering Max can wrap this championship up at Singapore.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic with the comment out, but yeah. Max can, but it's like he has to get 24 more points than Charles, doesn't he? Which, as long as Ferrari actually keep their head, shouldn't really happen.
Basically, Max has to win.
Max has to get 24 more points than Latifi. That's the crux of it.
What's Latifi got to do with it? When you said Leclerc?
Leclerc. Sorry, we've got 2 drivers beginning with L.
Well, you actually haven't, because Leclerc's his last name. And Latifi's...
In fact, this actually sums, and I meant to double check this before, the thing I forgot. De Vries now has more points than Latifi does.
Yeah.
Latifi hasn't scored a point this season, according to F1.com.
He hasn't. Like I said, I think Latifi's time is done.
Oh, yeah. I think he's been on borrowed time ever since he caused the problems he caused at Abu Dhabi. But I must say, this is where we go. I'll admit, Albon's done better than I expected.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all talked that we didn't think that was a good idea.
I wasn't like that.
Well, I was.
Fair enough.
I said he should have stayed at DTM, but it's actually...
Unfortunately, his time in Red Bull never shone him with glory. But then again, it appears anybody next to Max isn't, because even Perez isn't really doing what we expect, as much as I do still like the guy a lot. And he is still 3rd in the championship. He's still not...
No, Summit's gone...
It's just, I think it's just that Red Bull car is such a Max-focused car.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing it can be. Really.
Well, yeah. Because... Yeah.
I still fully say at this point, this season, there is no way Albon in the Red Bull would be 3rd in the championship.
No.
I don't think he had that ability. I think Perez does have that over him.
Well, you can see it. Perez does have it, but just stuff keeps... I mean, granted, Perez had that slight brake fire.
Yeah, it was extra. Someone got caught in the brake duct, wasn't it? I believe I heard from Horn at one point. I think they said a piece of plastic or something got into the brake duct and blocked it.
Oh, right, okay. Cool.
But it didn't. It obviously didn't overly affect the car because the car didn't retire. I mean,
No,
you think with no brakes he'd just win by a bigger margin?
Yeah, but he put more on the back.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, Perez's pace has just gone off. It was strong, but then
He's still, though, to be fair, we're saying this. This was the first race this year that, assuming he has finished lower than 5th.
yeah,
He's had 3 DNFs, but this is his lowest finish is 6th.
Yeah.
Which is a reasonably good.
well, he's still racking the points. That's the thing. He's still racking the
And-
points.
And in the team game, that's the critical bit.
Yeah, and that's where it's saving him.
Like I say, I still can't believe you look back and think how where we were at the start of the season when neither Red Bull finished Bahrain.
Yeah.
Max never finished Australia, and we thought Ferrari were going to walk away with this season.
Yeah, and then Ferrari do what they do
you've
best.
got to
And then,
Because you've got to think, even in the constructors' championship, there's well over 100-point difference.
yeah, but Max's finishing record after Australia
Oh yeah,
was first, third, first, 7th, second, first.
Yeah.
That is insane.
yeah. There's a lot of people that say Max is too cocky, he's too aggressive, and all this shit.
That's exactly what you have to be.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
honestly, he's a hell of a driver, regardless of his attitude. I mean,
He's the best. He's the best of his generation,
Yeah.
by a mile.
but you go back to the great. You go back to the greats. Senna. You go back to the likes of Senna, Michael Schumacher.
You do have to put Lewis in this category, and I know I as
Yeah.
much as I know, like, I will put him in this category of one of the greats. That's
But look, yes, the arrogance.
well, I've shared before on the podcast about the Damon Hill story about Michael Schumacher.
Hmm.
And even Hill turned around and said at that point he realised what you needed to be, how you needed to think to be a multiple world champion.
And Michael Schumacher proved it. If Michael Schumacher hadn't have had his accident, he'd have still been at Ferrari, I reckon, possibly part of.
No, because he had gone to because okay, he retired.
No. Didn't he
He
go?
had a couple of years out.
Didn't he go to Ferrari as an engineer?
No.
No, he
Obviously-
retired from racing. Had a couple of years. Then he helped launch Mercedes when they took over.
I thought he was an advisor for somebody.
Oh, the thing about once you've driven for Ferrari, you are always at that point going to be a Ferrari person, and you will always get little jobs. Because can you not remember the Top Gear when they had the FXX
Yeah.
on track, and it was Schumacher who drove it. It wasn't the regular stick because Ferrari wouldn't let it.
Yeah.
So it's like I bet Kimmy's still got some of that arrangement. He'll still be doing bits for Ferrari. He could even be helping develop road cars.
Maybe, we don't know.
You know,
He's
we
in
need somebody
NASCAR.
we need somebody to throw this car around a track for a couple of hours. They go back to an XF1 driver or something.
Mm.
Ferrari have always done that.
Yeah.
God, didn't Schumacher do an advert selling Fiat vans, if I remember right, at one point?
Probably.
Probably. Yeah, so much probably. But-
Yeah.
I think.
Spit it
It's
out,
an
boy.
Yeah. I can't remember what we're talking about now. Mine's gone. I was looking
We're
for-
on to, we started talking about De Vries,
And then we're just on about Max, and then we're on about the greatest F1 drivers.
or the greats, yeah.
How far do you want to go back to the greatest?
Well, I just said,
Well, this is where I always say to pick a greatest driver of all time, I honestly believe it's impossible because there's so many differences.
in talent.
To me, well, not just in time, but in the cars.
Yeah.
You've got to look at it on like a generation by generation basis.
You know, you can go from people like Graham Hill,
Fangio,
Fangio,
Louder.
Yep.
Hunt.
I
Hunt.
would, really? Would you?
I'd put him
Yeah.
up there, yeah.
Okay.
You know, you can go for every single you can go for every single decade.
Nigel Mansell.
Yeah.
Button. I'd put him well up there. I know he only got the one championship, but
I do like Button.
and you think of the conditions he got that championship in.
I know.
Yeah.
That was a Honda car that they shoehorned a Mercedes engine into the back of.
I mean, you can, if you wanted to. I mean, I don't know about you two, but I actually found a really good driver. Well, there's two of them. One is Rubens Barrichello, and the other is Felipe Massa.
Yeah.
Mm.
They may not have won a world championship, but
Considering they were both fucking Ferrari drivers.
Yeah, but the trouble is they were Ferrari drivers at the same time as Schumacher.
yeah,
Which is like being a Red Bull driver at the same time as Max Verstappen.
Yes.
You know, and I would possibly even throw Coulthard in on that list. If you take away Haas championships. I've always said there's a list there's great drivers who just never won a championship. Either through opportunity or...
I still remember.
Coulthard was number 2. He always was a number 2 driver.
Because he came into McLaren when Hakkinen was there, and he was the big...
Yeah.
Webber.
Obviously.
Webber, yeah. Ricardo's possibly going to go into that list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Perez to me is going to go into that list. Unless he manages to win the championship.
That's the thing, he's gone. Even Danny Rick's gone off. I think just Danny Rick's just given up. Which is a shame, because of obviously what he was giving at McLaren.
He still had the win that Norris hasn't had.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
With McLaren, he still, he got the win at Monza.
Mm.
I mean, he didn't have a bad race result in the end.
Until
the car let him go, because Ricardo DNF, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was doing really well for a change.
Yeah, he was.
Which I'm guessing, if we're going to try and talk about the race at some point, that's the other big talking point, is what are your thoughts on
Red flag.
that ending?
Red flag. They had to bring a vehicle out to remove it.
Yeah, I agree. I personally don't mind the finishing under the safety car. I really don't. We've got to remember, and I get what people are saying. It is an entertainment thing, but we cannot sacrifice safety or time for the sake of entertainment. Really,
it was.
But if they wanted that entertainment, they would have red flagged it and done a 3-lap showdown.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was.
I mean, I don't mind the ending under a safety car. I really don't. I think if that's been the best way, because it was it 3 or 4 laps to go that he ground to a halt?
Yeah, but it was such a kerfuffle.
Yeah, because the car wouldn't come out of gear, would it? Was the big problem.
Yeah, it wouldn't come out of gear. There was no damage to the track. There was no damage to the barriers or anything like that. If it had been me in the race director's position, this is exactly what I mean about their consistency. They weren't quick enough to deal with that. They were nowhere near quick enough to deal with it.
But then again, we've had the whole. I mean, this also rattles into listening to allow cars to pit at frigging Zandvoort, which I still can't get my head around to this day. But
right. I mean, the biggest problem is, I reckon they could have gone racing with 1 lap to go, but because the cars were so out of sync.
If it had been me, I would have read.
Go on.
If it had been me, I'd have red flagged it, allow them to get Danny Rick's car off, get him out, standing start or even a rolling start, half a rolling start, get him round, that's it, get him away, get the safety car in, get it rolled, do a rolling start, get him away and let him just finish, let him carry on and finish.
That all takes time to engineer, though. Things have to be moved, and then the teams all go and change tyres because they're allowed at that point. And
yeah, give them.
But the thing is, at least the top 3, I think it was, had already actually just changed to soft tyres.
Yeah.
So yes, it would have been interesting.
But it was such a frigging kerfuffle. The safety car picked Russell up.
Yeah. who wasn't a lap down but ended up.
having to pass the safety car because he was out of order. It was such a clusterfuck, was that? That's why it ended up under a safety car. So Russell was guaranteed third.
Well, that was it. There was a radio message saying you can pass safety car, and the drivers go, "No, the lights see."
No, it was the other. It was the other way. What it was the light on, but it had no message.
No, he had the message, but the light was yellow when he got it until they realised who he was. Because they realised he wasn't the leader.
Because when it cut to a shot of the safety car, there was clearly the green bar across the top of it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Obviously, the messages are delayed slightly, so...
Yeah.
But
we didn't hear it. We didn't hear any team radio about that. That was we only got what was said from commentary. They didn't.
No, there was a team radio.
I'm sure we heard a bit of Russell's, didn't we?
No.
Yeah.
I watched the race, rewatched the race tonight. Nothing was said. Because nothing, not even race control, not even the thing come up on across the top of the screen like it would normally do.
Yeah, because they normally have that page, what they call page 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That didn't come up.
They're obviously looking at a different page 3 that race.
This is what I mean. There was errors. There was just the whole situation was just an absolute clusterfuck. It really was. It was bad. Again.
But yeah, I would like to have seen a red flag.
You could have just red flagged that and said, right, you've got 10 minutes. That's it. Quick 10 minutes, get the car off and get on with it. Wouldn't have took them that long. But yeah. I agree with what Alan's saying. Red flag and a shootout.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been against it, but at the same time, I don't mind the way it finished, to be honest with you.
That's the way Abu Dhabi should have finished.
Yeah.
Last year. But it didn't. Because of, we're not going over Abu Dhabi again.
No.
As much as all the Hamilton fans would love to, again and again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah. But a bit of other news for you, and it has been officially announced. Felipe Drugovich, Aston Martin's reserve driver.
Okay. So that means the Hulk's out of that role, so...
Mm-hmm.
Him in an Alpine next year?
So I'd love to see the Hulk come back.
I like to see Danny Rick go back to Monza.
No, I'm thinking out loud there, because if the Hulk's only released from the reserve driver duties...
For Aston, yes.
Then that throws him open to potentially a drive. Now, I think pretty much, even though we pretty much know all the driver lineups apart from
Haas,
Alpine,
and
because I think most others are confirmed, aren't they?
McLaren's Norris.
Thing is, though,
twat bag.
even though we sit there and say we know who McLaren are going to have. Yes, he's signed a contract. Yes, Ricciardo's leaving. Doesn't mean he's getting a seat.
They've confirmed him to get a seat, though.
Have they confirmed? This is where I don't follow every minute detail, so I'm sometimes a little.
Well, that was the whole reason of Danny fucking off. Oscar Piastri has been confirmed for 2023. He will be in that car. That has already been confirmed.
Well, there was talk about Danny Rick going to Mercedes, being a reserve driver there.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad shout for him, you know.
But even Hamilton said he wants to see Danny Rick on the racetrack.
Apparently, Alfa Romeo have not confirmed. Bottas is signed till 2024. Zhao must not be.
They haven't yet, but I reckon there'll be pen to paper with Guan Yu Zhou because he's not done too bad until the car is. You know, he hasn't been doing bad, but the car's just not been under him.
But I reckon get Latifi out sick, Nick de Vries in it, and
Yeah,
Tony
that's
Williams.
that to me.
I think that Williams could be quite strong.
It's a very quick car. It just apparently doesn't corner right well.
Well, didn't isn't it Albon that was it Albon or was it Latifi that found that one out at Spa?
It was Latifi saying apparently because he said if the car, that's why he couldn't go anywhere after the race because he couldn't overtake. He was like, well, De Vries managed to keep it
Yeah,
high enough up the pack.
That's what I mean. He kept it well enough.
he was actually having some really good battles.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, not all the time he was defending, but it's you know yourself. It's not if you got a fast car behind you and you're defending every single lap after lap, you're doing something right.
Oh yeah.
Because at some points he was close to Gasly. If I'm right, he was close to Gasly quite a few times.
To be fair, for somebody in their first ever race, he brought the car home in one piece and in the points.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
Yeah.
granted,
You
he couldn't
don't
get out of
need-
the car.
You don't need to do a lot more than that.
No. Yeah.
You know, nobody's expecting you to go out and win your first ever race, really.
No. He had to get help out of the car because his shoulders were
Well, he
killing him.
obviously needs to do a bit more fitness work, but at least that's some of
but
the.
you've got to think. The seat's not made for him. The seat is made for Albon.
That's it. The car literally was. He was literally dropped into somebody else's car.
Oh,
Yeah,
look,
and obviously,
If somebody asked you to jump in, like say, Chris, you drive your sister's car, somebody asked you to jump into it and not move the seat, I'm sure it wouldn't be the most comfortable experience in the world for you.
oh, it's not fun because me and my sister are like similar height, so it's fine.
Oh, fair enough. I say if your sister's like 5'2" and you're 6'3", I could see it being an issue.
Well, it was like
you think how much training has he actually had to do or done prior to racing? Not as much as what he should be doing.
No. But that'll step up. If he gets offered, that'll step up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think he'll step that up anyway, because I think he's not done himself any harm with that result, even if Williams don't pick him up. I mean, you're looking at, like, say, even someone like Haas, you know, if as much as I'd like Mick to say that, if that's not going to be the option.
Well, still the rumour mill, innit? We don't
but then
know.
he didn't actually have a bad race.
No.
No. Monza.
think-
I don't think he's had a lot of bad races. The issue almost is they're not bad races, but they're not amazing.
I mean, that battle he was having with Latifi, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a lovely little battle.
but the problem is, the Haas was strong at the start of the season. Then a lot of cars were strong at the start of the season, but
Yeah, but then as development works, obviously some will do better than others.
yeah. But excuse me, Haas have got more fucking wind tunnel time than anybody else.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but the trouble is, Haas's wind tunnel's probably just a desk fan in the office.
No, that's Williams. That's Latifi's.
Yeah, no, there was just somebody blowing on him while he sat in his chair.
but it's just I hope Mick doesn't go.
Oh, likewise.
I personally would.
But the problem,
I personally would rather stock Latifi off.
Yeah.
And put
the problem,
De Vries in there. Keep
Yeah.
Mick in the Haas.
the problem is that if he doesn't stay in the Haas, he's not got a lot more options. Because if the plan is that he's staying on the Ferrari path,
Well, if you
then Ferrari are signed up for at least the next 2 years, as they are.
yeah, but
Yeah.
he's still a reserve driver for the Ferrari, anyways. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but so's Gio, so you don't have to be in the sport for that.
Yeah, but Gio's not going to get much time because the Formula E.
Yeah.
Because that's where he is. That's where Gio is now. It's Formula E. But he's still on, obviously, the reserve driver. But yeah, Haas is an okay car. But I think Mick he needs a bit more. little bit more coaching and a little bit more.
Possibly.
Well, you've got to
I think
think.
that's where Vettel will come in handy. Now he's not
Mm.
driving. I think Vettel will actually say, right, okay, yes, I've got all these other bits and pieces I'm going to be doing, but I actually want to help you out. I want to see you succeed because obviously he did take him under his wing.
Yeah, well, he did
Yeah.
say once Vettel did say once he leaves Formula One, go support Mick.
Yeah, and I think that'd be fantastic.
I just hope he does. I hope Vettel does take him on, under his wing and just helps him out, gives him a bit more confidence. And
Yeah.
Although, what's going on with Vettel's look?
yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's looking more and more homeless with every race, isn't he?
That dodgy tash and hairstyle.
Yeah, tell me about it.
He's slowly morphing into Electric Callboy from the Hyper video, I'm sure.
It's just like
The German
okay.
as well, so it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that we got the moves. It's the. Is it
Hyper.
Is it hyper or is it the other one?
No, it's Hyper.
Is you sure it's not the one with the gym?
No, but I'll send you the link after
I
we've done
know
the podcast.
which one hyper is. I've seen it. Don't forget, I have. It's your fault. I do listen to Electric Cowboy. And then go in the car and we've got the moves blasting. Yeah, but we are getting way off topic. But yeah, I don't want this to be Mick's last season.
No, neither.
Because he didn't. The problem was he didn't have the car 2021. The car wasn't there. He had a shit for a fucking Russian teammate that did no favours because they were both rookies. Didn't have anybody experienced. K-Mag needs to give him the support he needs as well.
I think K-Mag's probably is, because K-Mag knows what he's doing there. He's proven.
Yeah.
I mean, we think back to Austria when they were both just getting involved with everybody. That to me is still standing out as the highlight of the season so far. Was it the two Hasses, the Alpine and the McLarens?
Yeah.
Going into a corner about friggin' 5 wide.
But it's just, yeah. Singapore, I mean, looking forward to Singapore race.
You never look forward to it when we're racing it.
No, what I'm saying, looking forward. I get what you mean. It's not
looking
gonna,
ahead to Singapore race.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be anything special because you know what Singapore's like.
And we know these cars now because of how wide they are.
Yeah.
One thing is, if anybody manages to get it wrong, there's going to be some interesting moments.
Oh yes.
Because you're going to be guaranteed safety cars.
Yeah. I reckon Singapore will favour Mercedes.
Possibly. It might even actually help Ferrari out because it's not going to favour the absolute power that Red Bull has right now.
Well, that's it, because it's you won't have the long straights.
Yeah.
Yes, we know there is a couple of long straights, but it's more cornering.
Well, there isn't really, because one of the DRS is round a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I reckon it will actually favour teams like Ferrari, McLaren, and Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll favour more the low speed.
Yeah.
Like you say, Ferrari will be one that it'll favour.
I think Williams will suffer for it.
Yeah.
Haas might not do so bad. Aston Martin might not do so bad. Alpine probably won't do so bad.
Aston are the ones. What the frick's happened to them this season?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They were really promising last year.
It did it? The car looked really good last year. Stroll seemed to be getting himself together.
And then this year it just all went to shit.
Yeah.
And that's why.
And now
and that's why Vettel, like I say, that's why Vettel's going.
Yeah.
Because it's just not performing, and double DNF at Monza.
Yeah.
They've not produced results.
Well, what was it they were saying? Stroll is the only was the only driver to be to have classified in every single race so far this season.
Not well, because he's not a lot of points, but he's finished them.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So
He's
it's
the only driver
reliable.
so far. He's the only driver this season that's actually finished every single race up to Monza.
It counts reliable, just slow.
Yeah.
Hang on, is Russell DNF then?
Silverstone.
Silverstone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Got well.
They wouldn't let him rejoin the race because they recovered the car back, which is as the regulations.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with Aston Martin. It's just you know, the team had all that money and
Hmm.
the car was looking good. You know, it was going to be, you know, they classed it as a Red Bull clone and all that crap. And
Well, no, but last year it was probably the next car behind, fighting with the McLaren.
yeah. But this year,
This year they're struggling to make Q2.
Yeah. And it's just like, what's going on?
Well, isn't there? Somebody's got to be last. That's the joys of sport.
Well,
Yeah.
So if they have to suddenly turn it round, somebody else end up at the back.
Yeah, Latifi.
Yeah. Latifi probably been outrun by the medical car.
Although Latifi didn't actually finish last at Monza.
Who did actually officially?
It was K-Mag.
Yeah,
Was it K-Mag?
Yeah, because didn't he have that scrap? Did he have a scrap?
You're right, yeah, K-Mag classified Latifi in front of him.
Yeah, but the thing is, AlphaTauri as well. They're just not on it this year.
No.
Aston
Obviously,
Martin have 25 points. That's it. Williams has 6.
They have the equivalent of a win.
Yeah.
But from all season. Williams have 6.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
And none of them are Latifi's points.
No. De Vries has 2 of them, despite only doing 1 race.
Yeah.
The only 2 drivers that have 0 points is Latifi
and Hulkenberg.
In fact, technically, Al, if you want to go through that, what you said before, technically De Vries has finished 100% of the races he's been in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the best record of anybody.
Well, I
And he scored points in 100% of the races he's been in. God, the guy's going to be the next bloody.
But I don't know. Just all in all, the race was good. Not the best.
Threw up some interesting moments. Threw up some stuff I'm sure we'll be debating for a long time.
Yeah. And just like we there yet again, 2 race directors there. Not just 1.
And if you're stuck, guys, we're volunteering.
Yeah.
Because you see us 3 as race directors.
Yeah.
God, Alan's to anything, you know. When Latifi a crash and Max will get a 10-second penalty.
Yeah, from that. Question for you, actually, both.
What?
Do you reckon Red Bull will break the 2-second pit stop?
They've been really close already, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been close, but they might not. Depends how quick of a trigger finger they've got to push the button to be able to trigger.
Well, the thing is, that was one of Merck's ploys. They tried to deliberately slow the pit stops down.
Well, the quickest pit stop at the moment, so far this season, is 2.09 seconds.
Yeah.
Which was Red Bull. Which was at Netherlands.
Yeah.
The quickest pit stop at Monza was by Red Bull, was 2.1.
But you have to calculate each. See, it doesn't. Pit lanes as well. the difference in size of pit lanes as well are a little bit different.
Yeah, but that doesn't. We're only talking
No.
about the time the car physically spends stationary
Yeah,
here.
the
Yeah.
stationary times we know, but yeah, I don't know. Depends if they can get, like I said, depends if they can get that trigger finger working to hit that button quick enough.
Yeah.
That's I kind of don't see the point in this fucking release system because we're still getting the whole thing was to slow pit stops down and stop unsafe releases,
And we're still getting them.
and we're still getting them.
Yeah.
So it's not working.
You know, what's to slow the Red Bulls down from doing sub 2 second pit stops?
Nothing. Because they're clearly a well-oiled machine. The only thing that slow them down is tyres not being ready.
That's Ferrari.
So, yeah, I don't know. Right, closing remarks.
Close. But I think we've covered most things.
Yeah.
But I'll put it to you both. Do you think Max will do it at Singapore?
I'd like to say yes.
So I
Well,
can't
as in
see why
you
not.
want him to do it, or as in you think he'll do it?
If he has a good weekend and a good qualifying and a good, if Red Bull have a good race strategy, I could possibly see him walking away. I don't know. Can they walk away with the constructors this at Singapore, or is it only the driver championship?
I couldn't tell you on constructors, and I cannot start doing those maths
No,
off the top of my head now.
I don't think they can. Red Bull can actually do the constructors yet, because Ferrari could possibly still catch them.
Well, as we said, he's got to be, 24 points clear.
It's a race win.
Yeah, he's got to be a race win clear of
Yeah.
Leclerc.
Of Latifi. About fucking hell, wasn't it Leclerc?
It's Leclerc. I said Leclerc.
I've got
So
my L's mixed up.
I think it depends on how Ferrari do.
Yeah.
If Ferrari keep it together, he shouldn't do, in my opinion. Because Ferrari should comfortably finish in the points.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Singapore.
Which will favour the Ferrari.
Yeah, but if Ferrari do have a gearbox issue, which it sounded very likely, Monza.
Yeah, but all they do is switch out gearbox.
Give him a penalty.
It was only 5 places for a gearbox, isn't it? I don't think it's straight to the back.
No, it's 5 places.
Yeah.
Which means even if he drops those 5 places, still doesn't mean Verstappen's going to, and he keeps that position. It doesn't mean Verstappen.
You know, it puts him to potentially like 7th or 8th, assuming he qualifies top 3.
Yeah.
But all it takes is one mistake from a rookie.
Yeah, well, the same could be said for Verstappen. It
Yeah.
takes one mistake.
Oh, we know that. Anybody, one bad mistake, and we've still got.
And Hamilton wins his first race of the season.
What?
All it takes is one mistake, and Hamilton wins his first race of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck, they actually nearly got that at bloody. They were looking close to that at flaming Zandvoort, weren't they?
Until he got screwed over.
I won't say he got screwed over. No, it was just he was never going to hold back. That Red Bull was coming hard and fast.
Yeah, but he wasn't on fresh tyres. That was the thing, he wasn't on the tyres to defend. He'd have tried. But
Hey, we all remember Perez defending from Hamilton at Abu Dhabi on mould tyres. It can be done if you really want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's Perez.
Oh yeah, but you know what I mean though. It is doable. God, that was still a great piece of driving, was that?
Yeah. But we'll see. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Only we'll find out. Just by watching the race, but the race is at a decent time. It's the one after that isn't.
Right.
It's Japan. Japan's not.
Yeah.
Japan's the shit.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, Japan's the shitter of the race.
To be fair, that's still more useful to me than like 2 a.m. because at least I can watch that and maybe I'm still alright for work Monday morning.
Yeah. Like I said, I can watch that and still do the podcast stuff because we're doing them on the next days. But
yeah,
we're gonna end this podcast here, guys, and yeah, we shall catch you in the next one when it'll be Singapore. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching YouTube. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitch. All links are in the description. Me and the boys will see you next time. So until then,
Adios, amigos.
so long, folks.
goodbye for now.